Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we are going to be digging into your more earthy, grounded energy. So we're going to look at what kind of burden you are leaving behind and also what is materializing next for you guys. And then we're going to get into the tarot and we're going to see how this burden will be released for you, and also why is this new thing materializing, what is it going to bring. So a very short and sweet description of what we will be doing today, and I'm going to be using earthy decks because, as I said, this is a very earthy kind of reading. We're going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and then we're going to get into the Druidcraft Tarot. And especially with the Druidcraft, I just want to warn you, this is a humongous tarot deck, so I'm going to probably struggle a bit with the cards. And also, you probably won't be able to see the cards very well as I lay them out, like the underlying energies, as I lay them out over here, because I kind of need the space for the huge cards over here. So yeah, just a heads up. And also, one last thing to remember, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind, because not all of the messages are going to be for every single one of you. Okay, right, let's get into it. So what kind of burden is Leo releasing? What kind of, oh my goodness. Standstill, interesting. Okay. Oh, the Heart of Sky is at the bottom. Okay, interesting stuff. I'm also going to get out the other card, which is your materializing energy, or what is materializing next to you, and then I'm going to get into them one by one. So, what is materializing for Leo next? What is materializing for Leo next? Oh, you have the Sorcerer. Well, very fancy energy. And the Gatherer is the underlying energy for your reading. Okay, I'm going to keep it somewhere over here. Okay, so let me just feel my way through them. And then I'm also going to read from the guidebook. But let's see what comes through. Okay, so just as a as the overall energy that I'm feeling with the underlying energy, which is the Gatherer, I feel that you have been maybe trying to accumulate some form of maybe stability for you, because the Gatherer feels very much like trying to create like abundance for yourself, trying to create material wealth, material stability, financial well-being, all that kind of stuff. That's what I get with the Gatherer. And like it doesn't, okay, even though as I said, I feel very much like a more like financial aspect to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could also be that you are trying to gather like anything else that is material, that like creates stability or some form of like long-term structure for you. So just take it as it resonates. But in any case, I do feel that there's some form of like trying to accumulate material abundance for yourself. But we have the Standstill. So with this being the burden that you are releasing, I kind of feel that you may have been feeling in a bit of a rut. That's the word I was looking for. It's like you feel as though it's like you are bound, like your hands are bound, like your feet are tied up, like there's not a lot that you can do in your current situation. So you just feel like things are not moving, things are not escalating, and I almost feel like this growing sense of frustration with you, which is so funny because, I mean, this is supposed to be a very peaceful card. You see like the temple door over here, or the archway, and like the guy meditating on some kind of like a rock or mountain over here, and just looking out into the skies. And like, even though, yes, it does look like he's very much in tune, but for some reason for you guys, I'm looking at like the surrounding clouds and all of the colors here, and it feels like it's like the more you are stuck in this like stagnant energy, or where you feel that things are not moving, the more frustrated you are getting, the more this like anxious or nervous energy is growing within you, where you just want to like get up and do and move and accomplish and just get things like rolling. But this feels very much like tied up. A kind of like Eight of Swords energy, if you are familiar with tarot. If you're not, then it's okay as well. It's just very similar to this like tied up energy that I was describing before. Sorry, my nose is itching like crazy. So if you feel my voice kind of getting a bit weird at one point, then that's because I'm scratching my nose. But anyway, with the Sorcerer coming out next as the thing that is going to be materializing for you, I feel like this is you, actually. Yeah, I feel like this is the kind of energy that you are going to embody. Although even like it could symbolize some other, like another person coming in to kind of help you shift that energy and to get your thing, to help you get things moving. But more strongly, I feel that this is you taking matters into your own hands, but at the same time being really clever with it, where you're not like maybe necessarily physically exerting too much effort, but it's almost like you have the knowledge and the wisdom to get others and your external energies to do the heavy lifting for you. Like make like the sorcerer, right? Like a wizard or a mage or something like that. It's almost like you can even be like distant and see things happening. So okay, that's so strange, but it's just kind of popped into my head, so I'm just saying it for whoever this might be a message. I'm seeing like an online store, or I'm like, it's almost like you are finding out or discovering ways to reach this accumulative energy, or to gather up this like financial or material abundance for yourself from a distance. So that's why I got this like vision of you opening up like an online store, or setting up some form of business online where you can make things happen without actually having to physically move, or without having to again to put too much physical effort into things. Sorry, what am I doing? I'm supposed to read from the guidebook. Sorry, I just got straight dragged into the tarot because I don't know, I feel like a very strong message has already come through, but I am going to read from the guidebook as well. They might have some interesting points to say as well. Okay, so standstill. When standstill appears, it is a symbol of pausing, the act of observation and breathing space. It represents the benefits of temporary non-action, as well as what happens when one is stuck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so exactly. Even though, as I said, I feel like this card is more peaceful, traditionally, for you, I feel a lot of like just stagnant and repressed energy and contained energy, which is kind of driving you a bit nuts. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, this symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information, or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all the parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus off whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. So I have to be honest with the whole pandemic thing, and I don't think that life is going to be speeding up anytime soon. Just as a general remark, you don't have to take it too seriously. But anyway, I do feel that again, like this energy where you have been like sitting in, because this is a burden that you are releasing. So I feel like you are going to come out, and you will be relieved of this more frustrated and agonizing is just popping into my head, but I don't feel it that like dramatically. I just feel a lot of again, just a lot of frustration, some like emotions boiling up, or some like a bit of a short temper, that kind of thing coming up with just being forced to stay still. But the sorcerer, what is the sorcerer saying? Okay. This is the source of dark power. The sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Okay, I don't feel that at all for you guys. Like, at all. This doesn't feel dark or shadowy or anything like that at all to me. It's funny that that's what they are describing it as. When the sorcerer enters your cycle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. It's interesting. Okay, so I do just want to point out that they were still talking about like gathering abundance, which is so funny because that's kind of like the underlying energy. And I love when these energies line up so beautifully together and we get this like one cohesive theme coming through. But again, I don't feel this darkness for you guys. Like, I feel that this is like the new form of like seeing that you are getting. Like, this is the new vision that you are getting. Like, you are getting a... let's say that the situation that you have been in is like, you see door A, right? And that's the only thing that has been in your focus, that you have been staring at. And because you can't move, you can't do anything about it, you just kept staring at the door, this door A that is not opening, that is not taking you anywhere, or that it's not allowing you to go where you want to go. So now with this energy that is materializing next with the sorcerer, this very like clever energy, and even though it is, yes, it can be like manipulating energy or like making stuff happen that would benefit you in some way, I don't feel that there's like a bad agenda behind it, or in any way like a negative or greedy agenda behind it. I just feel like it's kind of using your wit, using your skills, using your knowledge that you might have actually come across as you were stuck in this stagnant energy, and using that knowledge to bring about like door B, like a second, a reroute, so to say, to get to where it is that you want to go, but just like doing it in a somewhat different way. I hope it makes sense. I'm struggling with words again today, so I'm trying to like make as much sense as I possibly can, but if it's confusing you guys, then I do apologize. And my words are really like primitive today for some reason. Like, my vocabulary is very limited and I'm struggling with expressing myself. But anyway, why are these cards not straight? Sorry. It's kind of driving me crazy. Why are they not straight? Okay, there we go. I feel like it's better. Okay, and let's get into the tarot. So what I want to find out first with the standstill energy is how you are being liberated, or how this burden is being released for you. How will this standstill energy be released for Leo? Oh, that's interesting. We have the Eight of Wands coming out with the Seven of Wands. Okay. Let's see what the underlying energy is. Justice. Wow. So with the Justice card coming out, I do feel a sense of balancing happening. Some form of like release, some form of, there's some form of like conclusion or some form of clarity that is being reached, especially with the sword over here on this card as well. There's some form of clarity being reached, with you being able to break free from the restraints that you have been experiencing, from the very like locked in, I want to say, locked in energy that you've been feeling. I feel like there's a lot of like liberation. But again, with the Eight of Wands, it could actually even be that you are reaching out to other people, that you are maybe contacting others to kind of help you get things going. Because the Eight of Wands is all about movement. So movement is going to take place, but I just feel like it's going to take place in a somewhat different manner than what you would expect. So I don't feel like it's physical movement for you guys, because it's coming out with the 7 of Wands. So I feel like there's movement in an alternative way, in a way that you may be not expecting. So it could be like, again, communication and movement online. I don't know why, but this like online scenario keeps coming up and just keeps like popping up all the time. But in any case, it's like you're reaching out to people, you are collaborating with people, you are sharing forces with people online, or again, like either, I don't know, doing Zoom calls, emailing, texting, messaging, like getting things moving by doing that without actually like physically leaving your home, or without actually physically moving where you are currently. But even then, the energy is still going to start moving. The energy is still going to balance out, and you will have that like release and relief from these more frustrating energies, more boxed in energies. But with the Sorcerer, I'm very interested in this, because as I said, it's kind of like, it doesn't sound dark to me at all. So I'm just kind of, it's kind of tripping me up that they were talking about like this darkness, because I don't feel that. I don't feel that. But what I want to see is why this thing is materializing, like how it will benefit you, what it is going to bring you. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah, so again, it could be someone else. Oh, and the World at the bottom. It could be someone else, or it could be you. The Queen of Swords is actually a card of Libra. It's Libran energy. But it's just interesting. I get a bit of a feminine energy with these, even though this is not a gender specific reading, guys. We are talking about energies, and males and females both have masculine and feminine energy within them. So yeah, it's not gender specific, but I just get a more feminine energy with this, with the World as well. Okay, one more, please. What will this Sorcerer energy bring for Leo? What will this energy bring for Leo? What will this energy... Oh, okay. Interesting. We have the 9 of Wands at the bottom. I think someone else... Oh, so many cards. Interesting, though. So we have 2 pages come out. We have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Princess of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles. With these pages, though, coming out, I do feel that it's like you are going to be finding a new way of approaching this, like, again, with the 9 of Pentacles, like this is, again, it's just tying in so beautifully with the Gatherer card, or with the underlying energy that I was sensing, of like having that material abundance, material security, being really, really being set, having everything that you could possibly want, and just kind of standing in your power and really reveling in being independent, being abundant, being like materially very, very well off. So yeah, I feel like with these pages coming out, I feel that there's just a kind of new way of achieving that. With these two, both of these, like Queen of Swords and the Princess of Swords, so there is a lot of like mental aspect coming out, but with the Page of Pentacles coming out here as well, this new way of approaching this issue is going to bring in, like, again, tangible financial, like material gains for you. And again, if this Queen of Swords is not you, because this could be someone else as well, this could be someone coming in to help you with that, to help you like strategize, to help you make decisions, like some form of, like, I don't want to say mentor, but just someone who is like coming over to help and guide you. It could be that as well. But as I said, more strongly, I feel that this is you, and this is the energy that you yourself are going to take on as you kind of reach new ways of approaching this situation of reaching material abundance and security for yourself. And I also feel that with the 9 of Wands, because the 9 of Wands is like the it's like the wounded warrior, or like the well, he's alone, as you can see. And he's like, he's standing firm and he's standing in place, but he's alone. So I do feel for most of you that this is something that you will reach by yourself, this new kind of way of seeing things, and using this new perspective of yours, using your skills, using your knowledge, using that insight that you have gathered, and maybe even again with like, as you've been talking to other people and making like stuff happen that way, you're using that to bring about this material security that you are looking for, or that you're trying to create for yourself. I actually want to do this. I want to do this. This is really cool energy. And really powerful energy as well. Yeah, a lot of new ideas and a lot of like new outlets for whatever it is that you want to do, or whatever it is that you want to accomplish. A lot of that new like spark or new wisdom is going to come in for you. And I feel that you are going to get to where it is that you want to go, because we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like it is like you are going to get there. But it's just, again, you're going to kind of reach the state of seeing things from a different perspective, and that's going to take you there. But anyway, my sweet Leos, thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I love this reading. It was really powerful, and I hope that it gave you something useful. So if this was your story, if you resonated with this scenario and you got something useful from this, then please consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you haven't already, but if you did enjoy my energy and my style of readings that I do, then please don't forget to subscribe as well, so that you wouldn't miss out on your future readings that I'm going to be doing for you guys. I'm sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.